Hello and welcome back to the EFL experience. Today I have on Mr. Thendo. He's the person that actually helped me put all of this together at the beginning. So I knew nothing about the technology and things. And he was the guy that helped me out a lot. And we did a couple of practice ones as well at the beginning. But now I finally get to have him come on and do this for real. So can you start by telling us a little bit about what it was like growing up in South Africa?
It was very fun growing up in South Africa. I grew up in the villages, the rural areas of South Africa. It's a very communal place where each and every person knows each other. We help each other out when we have problems. So it was nice growing up in that kind of environment. I carry a lot of values from that place. And that's where I would like to spend my later years, in the village. Yeah, so we grew up playing on the gravel, playing soccer in the dirt and also in the mud. So it was a very rough upbringing. I remember when I was in grade 2, we used to walk 9 kilometers to school and then another 9 kilometers back home. That's when we had a lot of rain and cars couldn't move on the mud. So we had to walk from school and back to school. Imagine at the age of 7 years old. So it was a very tough upbringing and I learned a lot.
Wow. Did you come from a big family?
No, at home we are just six of us, parents and also siblings. So that's not a big family. It's only 4 children. Most African families have a lot of numbers.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
How many is average?
For example, the average would be something like 6 children.
6 is average?
Yeah, that would be the average. So African families, especially when you go up north, Nigeria, Cote d'Ivoire, Ghana, they have a lot of numbers.
Okay.
Yeah, they believe that children are wealth. So the more children you have, the wealthier you are, especially if you have girls, more girls, because later on in their lives, they will get married.
Yeah.
All right. And they will get money when they get married. So the family the dowry. The family will receive money. So children are wealth.
That's so the opposite from the Asian mentality, where they crave boys more. And it's about boys are little princes and girls are to be given away.
Why do you think
the mentality is completely
that
different.
way?
I think most countries in Asia are more geared towards having a boy. Boys bring the families a future, so it's like they get to carry on the family name.
Yeah, with the lineage. Yeah.
So they prefer boys. Well, every family is different, of course, but that is the kind of traditional way to think. I think in most Asian countries.
Even in Africa, but if you have some girls, then you are lucky because they will get married at some point and then you will receive the dowry.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's really an interesting fact. I never knew that before. So it's quite a... I don't like any kids, by the way. So I don't,
you don't like them?
I don't,
I do.
I don't go towards boys or girls, but it's just, I'm saying it's an interesting thing that that's the way...
You don't have any preference?
If I had kids, I probably would girls.
Or girls. Why girls?
They're quieter, better behaved. I like kids that just stay quiet and want to read and maybe draw a little bit. Creative kids like that. I don't like kids who are just jumping up and down.
Yeah, well behaved.
Wanting too much attention. So,
do you mean like in terms of their actions? At what age would you think girls are more behaved than males?
Yeah,
I mean,
from my teaching experience, I've seen the differences in the behavior between the two, and I definitely prefer teaching like the good kind of bookish students who are girls most of the time. So I think with boys, there's a lot more like management, behavior, that kind of stuff you've got to control, and they tend to get a little more spoiled, I think, in countries maybe in the East, because they are kind of looked at as like, oh, you're the future, you get to carry on the family name and this kind of stuff, little princes. So that's why it's so interesting to me that in Africa you think of it the other way, that girls are wealth. So it's like very different over there. And I've never heard of this before either, so it's a brand new thing that I'm learning for the first time.
We learn things every day. Yeah?
So your family, you said how many kids?
4.
4. How many girls?
We only have one.
Oh,
one girl. Yeah, the rest is boys.
Were your parents disappointed to just have one go?
No, they were not disappointed. Like we value men as well. Yeah, it's just that you become lucky if you have girls, many girls, because you will get money.
Okay.
Yeah, no, they were not disappointed. And we are not that traditional. Yeah, we are more open-minded to modern ways of living. So there was no disappointment.
Okay. You're the oldest or youngest?
No, I am the third.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, the third one. So I have a younger brother and a bigger brother.
Do you
big
still
brother.
stay in touch?
Yeah, we do stay in touch. We do stay in touch.
Are they also working abroad? Well, that's just
No, they work in South Africa.
So what did they think about you leaving and working elsewhere? Were they proud? Or they warned you it might be dangerous or scary?
No, my sister was just surprised that I just took off and went to another country. Yeah, most people, especially in the village that I come from, they cannot comprehend that kind of situation where someone travels to another country for work.
Oh.
Yeah, so most of them, they still think it's impossible to do that. Yeah, so it's a new thing. We are not used to it. So she was just surprised. Weren't you scared? Like, she asked such questions.
When I was working in Japan, I met so many South African teachers. But are they more from like
Yes.
the capital than
So it
cities?
depends on the region. Like, I am from the village. Okay, so we are more traditional, conservative than people living in urban areas.
Okay.
And also the population group that you belong to, it's also a factor. For example, where I come from, my people, my ethnic group, we are only 1 million people, approximately 1 million.
Okay.
We are the smallest population group in South Africa.
What is the name of the group?
Bavenda people.
And the name of the village?
The name of the village is Gondeni.
Okay.
Yeah, the region is called Hachibasa.
Yeah.
That's the rural area.
And you're the smallest minority group.
Yes, we are the minority group. We have other minorities, but we are the smallest amongst all the other ones. Yeah.
Is there anything like kind of like a caste system at all in South Africa, where it's like different levels of like people marry within their groups and stuff like that? Or-
No.
That's good.
So, for example, if you find yourself in the urban areas where you have people of other cultures or sub-population groups, of course, they will mingle and marry each other, right? And we also have interracial marriages
Okay.
as well. So there's a lot of mingling. We don't just stick to our own ethnicity or race, but there are levels amongst the population groups. Yeah. So in South Africa is divided into 4 main population groups. So we have the Asians/Indians, we have the coloreds, we have the white and black Africans. So in the black African category, we have 11 different cultures or sub-population groups.
Yeah.
11 official languages. Yeah, so it's a very diverse and multicultural country. So within the same country, we have different nations. Yeah.
Wow. And did your parents kind of encourage you to see more of South Africa growing up, or was it a very communal upbringing?
Not really. They never encouraged me, but they created an opportunity for me to visit as many provinces as possible in South Africa. We have 9 provinces in South Africa. So South Africa is a very big country. The landmass is 1.2 million square kilometers. So I think one province is about England as a whole.
Oh,
All right. Or England is even smaller than our smallest province in South Africa. So within those 9 provinces, I have traveled to like 8 of them.
yeah.
So that's the opportunity that my parents provided for me.
You do
And
seem to
I am
know a
grateful.
lot about not just your place, but
Yeah, I am grateful. Like for the first 17 years, I lived in my own village, right? My province is called Limpopo. When I went to tertiary school, I went to another province. When I got out of university, I got work in another province. And we also traveled as a family to other provinces such as the Western Cape, Durban, which is the KwaZulu-Natal, where we find the largest group of Indians outside of India. At some point, I don't know about now, but back then we had the biggest population of Indians outside of India in South Africa. That's where you find a lot of Indians in Durban.
Yeah.
And you also find the largest population group, which is the Zulus. They are about 14 million people in that sub-population group. Yeah, so I was able to travel to many provinces, whether it was on school trips or work. Even the church that I went to, we used to go on trips. So I traveled a lot within South Africa.
Were you able to see more of Africa in general?
No, and that's a pity. We have Zimbabwe. Where I come from, my region, which is Thohoyandou, that's the town. It's very close to Zimbabwe.
Okay.
It's just a border away from, it's adjacent to South Africa. I never got a chance to travel to that place, but when I return home, I hope to visit as many African countries as possible, because I believe there is so much to learn in those countries. Countries such as Zimbabwe, Zambia, Nigeria, it's very far, I know, Ghana, but I would like to explore some of those countries because we know so much of the history of those countries, but I've never been there. But you have people from America who have traveled to those countries. They have got to learn about so many things, but I am in Africa, but I never got to travel. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's something on my bucket list.
Yeah, I hope you get to.
Yeah, I hope so.
So growing up, you said village life, right?
Village life.
What did most kids do in their free time?
So in our free time, we used to play soccer on the gravel. When it rains, we used to play in the rain, play in the mud, do silly stuff, go up the mountains, climb the mountains, eat the fruits at the mountains. Some children used to have kettles and also goats. I never got to do that, but some of my friends did that. Yeah, so that's what we did in our free time, play games. So a lot of the games were outdoors. Yeah, they were outdoors rather than staying at home playing video games.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it was like physical games that we did.
But you had access to the internet and stuff. It's just people chose not to.
We
They
did,
choose.
but it was very limited. And data is very expensive in South Africa.
So most kids don't have smartphones?
They do have smartphones, but data is very expensive.
Oh, just the data.
Yeah, even now,
Yeah.
not many people can afford data.
I think that's very beneficial for kids, though.
It is, but who is going to provide it for them? Even if their parents are rich, right? But if the data is still expensive.
Oh no, I mean it's beneficial to not have data because it means kids are more active, so they're actually going outside enjoying life.
Yeah, but I think in this modern world, you need to be updated with what's happening outside of South Africa. Yeah, we are more in a global village at the moment, so I think it's a need. I think internet is a need right now.
Oh yeah.
And for children who wants to start a podcast and be internet personalities, they do need data.
Oh yeah.
So I think it's crucial.
Yeah.
And like I was saying, we never imagined going abroad, right? In the village. That's because of lack of data, lack of exposure. Yeah.
You mentioned soccer. Which time period would you say this was?
So this was the 2000s.
So wasn't there a World Cup in South Africa?
Yes, in 2010.
Were you there for that?
I was in grade 12.
Oh, okay.
I was still staying in the villages, so I wasn't able to go to the urban areas to watch the games.
So you didn't like see any of the atmosphere?
Even the vibe, no. We had a vibe in the villages, but the one that we created, right?
Yeah,
we had
as
those
host.
longhorns called the vuvuzelas. So we had that in the villages, but we never really got to explore the vibe. Yeah, we only saw it on the TV.
Oh,
Yeah, it's a shame. It's a shame. And I was in grade 12. Grade 12 is the last level before you go to tertiary. So we had to be serious. We had to study every day. So it was a shame.
Who were your football heroes growing up?
So the local ones, the ones that I got to see were people like Sipiwe Chabalala, the one who scored the first goal in the World Cup.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So he played for my team, which is Kaizer Chiefs. Yeah, so people like Sipiwe Chabalala, those were people that I looked up to playing football.
Okay. By then, Cristiano Ronaldo was just about becoming the best player in the world, right? 2010. I think that was when he left Man United.
I'm not sure. But I only started watching European football around 2013 because we never had a satellite dish.
2013. Okay.
Yeah, so we only watched local soccer. Yeah, that's all we had.
So you weren't that aware of worldwide players like Ronaldo, Messi?
No, we knew Ronaldo from Brazil.
Okay.
Yeah, that's when we knew about that one.
Yeah.
From Brazil. And main United players. The Rooney's, Rio Ferdinand. So sometimes they used to come to South Africa on a tour, pre-season tour, to play this. So we got to know about such players. But people like Ronaldo, Zidane, those were the names that we knew. Yeah.
How is it that you came to be an Arsenal supporter?
An Arsenal supporter. One of my friends at school, I think we were in grade 12. He was an Arsenal fan. So their family had a satellite dish. They were able to connect to channels that broadcasted European soccer. So they used to talk about Arsenal every time in school. So when my family got a satellite dish, I got to watch all the Premier League games, and then I just fell in love with Arsenal because my friends used to talk about Arsenal all the time.
And this was during the Invincibles era?
No, way after the Invincibles.
Okay.
It was way after. We only watched the highlights, the Henrys and all that. Yeah, it was only afterwards. The players that I saw was Fabregas, Wilshere. Those are some of the players that I got to watch. Theo Walcott.
Ozil.
Ozil. Yeah.
That's period. Okay. Right.
So the Henrys, the Petits, no, we never.
You missed out.
We did. Glory days. The glory days, right?
Era, and then the Henry era.
Yeah, it's a shame. That's why I say the internet is a very important thing.
Oh yeah. It surprises me nowadays that kids know like David Beckham.
Or
Zidane.
They watch
like
the highlights
just from like YouTube.
Yeah,
which is pretty cool. Like
it's a cool thing, and they can tell a story about such players without even seeing them play.
Yeah,
and they can even comment and have an argument.
Yeah, it's like when I was a kid, I was aware of Pele, but I never saw him play because we didn't have YouTube. So I only knew him as like the greatest player of all
Brazilian,
time, but I never saw him play because I wasn't around then. But kids nowadays can actually watch the players of old.
The internet is a very beautiful thing.
Yeah.
Beautiful thing.
And you played football yourself as well?
Nah, man, just playing with friends while growing up at an early age. Yeah, I was never a serious footballer. And mainly, I played football mainly because my brother, he used to play for our local team, men team. So he was a very good player and popular within the village. My father also played for a very popular team in the same village. So it was out of pressure, but I never had the skill.
Oh, okay.
It was just pressure, and then after some time I was like, nah, man, I don't really have to follow their footsteps.
Is there any player that you tried to emulate when playing? Like you liked this guy's style, you want to play
like I said, Brazilian players were very famous, Ronaldinho, Ronaldo, but I never had that in me. I never had that. Yeah, I just played for fun. I never had the skill.
Okay.
Yeah.
You mentioned the satellite that you finally had access to. Did that also kind of open up other venues like American movies, for example?
Yes. So in South Africa, we grew up watching Hollywood. So I feel close to America, like their living experience, especially black people, right? But mainly because I used to watch Hollywood, black movies.
Okay.
Right? I do understand their culture.
Which ones in particular? Can I just ask?
So I would say they're comedians. Eddie Murphy. Is it Going to America or Coming to America?
That's early 90s. Coming to America.
Yeah, Coming to America. The Taylor Perry movies, the early ones.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and also stand-up comedies by Steve Harvey, people like Chris Rock. Yeah, so I got to learn a lot about their living experience. And it's very related to South African living experiences. Yeah. So we were exposed to Hollywood a lot. Yeah, when we got the satellite dish. Yeah, more than we watched the European
Yeah.
kind of content. It was mainly American. Even the movies, it was American.
Wow. That's really interesting.
And yeah, interesting and surprising because we were colonized by the British, but we never really learned about their culture. Yeah, we learned more of the American culture. Yeah, so it's a bit surprising.
Oh.
But I would say people who grow up in the urban areas, right? They got to learn a lot about the British culture. For example, in the educational system in South Africa, we have what we call the quintile 5 schools. Those are the former colonial schools, former white schools. So black people now have access to go to those schools, right? And they are good schools. They're considered to be good schools. Even the English and etiquette, it's similar to the British. So those who were in the urban areas, they got to learn a lot than us in the villages. Because the villages were classified as the Bantustan. Bantustan is a rural area which was under colonial administration. Right, we had lack of access to any of the services that you may think of. Yeah, so for someone to work, they had to travel to urban areas to find work. So we were very limited to services, and also that's why we never got to learn about the British culture. At some point, my area, it was a country on its own, the Republic of Thendo. But after colonialism, it was incorporated into South Africa.
That's the opposite of what happens to most countries.
Yeah, I think so. So we were a country. That's why we have our own values. Even wherever we go, whether it's abroad or in the urban areas, right? We carry our own values. That we have a motto that says "Shumera Venda," like we always strive or work for Venda. So every Venda person, once they make it in life, they always build their own home or house at home. So everything they work for, they send it home. Yeah, so we are very attached to
what you're doing now?
Our region. Yeah, so that's what each and every Venda man is proud of. Okay, getting your own yard, building your own house.
In your village, like, are you currently the only person who's kind of made it outside?
No ways.
Like, they look at you as
I'm sure we do have many, even though I do not know their names. Yeah, but no, I'm not the only one. We have people who are doing amazing things.
Did you always think, growing up, that one day you'll work abroad, or
No.
that just happened?
No, it was after COVID when everyone was starting to look for new opportunities. Yeah, so I did the same. I saw an opportunity to work abroad, and then I took it.
So when you went to university, you didn't study anything related to working?
I did population statistics at first. I worked in that profession for some years. After that, I went on to do an English and literature degree.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so that's how I got into the job that I am. Yeah.
And the urge to apply abroad, where did that come from? Just after COVID?
Yeah, so it was
You want to see-
after COVID, trying to find other opportunities, and
Because
also-
jobs were scarce.
yeah, they were scarce, and also
see.
it was an opportunity to learn about other countries, right? And how they conduct their educational system. We have an educational system in South Africa. For example, the grade 4s, right? They cannot read for understanding in any of the 11 official languages. So that's a problem for us. So traveling for me is an opportunity to learn about how other countries they conduct their education, and hope that one day I can bring it back to South Africa with me.
Have you enjoyed it so far? You've been working abroad 2 years now.
Yeah, for 2 years I have enjoyed the peace. I can think clearly and also create. All right, and so I feel like I have much time to put my plans in order and also implement them. Yeah, so that peace and security as well. South Africa is a very dangerous country.
Yes. I've
Yeah,
heard.
yeah, but here it's It's pretty safe. I walk every day to Alphamart at night. In my own country at night, I cannot do that.
Does that include your village, or is it more like the big cities that you should be aware of?
We have criminals in villages as well, but petty crimes, getting mugged, that wasn't a thing back then. The only crime or something that was dangerous in the village was ritual killings or ritual sacrifice.
Oh,
Like, for example, people would just, okay, let's say, for example, someone wants to start a business, right? They go to a traditional healer or a witch doctor, not a traditional healer, but a witch doctor. And they go there to seek for guidance, right? And some witch doctors are very naughty. They will tell them, in order for your business to succeed, you need to kill that person, take their private parts and bury them in front of your business where your business is located. So we had such cases of ritual killings. Even now, we still have them. Do you know albinos? Yeah, they are believed to have magic, to possess magic. So people kill them for the magic. They believe that if they kill them and you use their body parts, they will become successful. In other African countries, it is believed that bald people, they have gold inside their head. Yeah. So people like me are endangered in such places. So those were some of the things that were dangerous in the villages. But nowadays, even petty crimes, they're happening, murders. You can think of each and every crime, it happens in the village. So it's the same, whether it's rural or the village, the rural or the urban areas. The crime is everywhere.
Even today, those beliefs still exist.
They do. We do hear of stories. Yeah. People who we grew up with, disabled people getting killed for medicine or what they believe they possess. Yeah, it still happens. It still happens a lot in the villages.
Yeah.
Which is a very barbaric thing to do.
Oh, yeah. It's crazy. I don't know what to say to that. But, wow.
Just have to laugh it off.
Yeah. I know you've mentioned to me before you've done some books and writing. Have you never thought about writing about these stories?
Stories in my village?
Yeah,
I have, but I haven't for some reason. Yeah, but one day maybe I will. I will. But it is well documented. So if I want reference, I can just read old books and know how to write my own stories based on the ritual killings. Yeah, maybe someday in the future I will do it.
Okay. Yeah. What was I going to say? Oh, yeah, sorry. Have you enjoyed... Oh, no, you've mentioned that. What other countries would you like to work in the future?
Taiwan. Yeah, because of their high tech. Same as South Korea and also China.
Okay.
Yeah, those are some of the countries that I would like to travel to and work.
So those are the places you'd like to learn from and then go back to South Africa?
Yeah, I think it's all about learning. I've never thought of going to another country and stay forever.
Yeah.
I always have this mindset of going back and sharing what I have learned in other countries, in my own village.
Okay.
I hope to do that one day.
So Taiwan, China, and South Korea.
South Korea, yes, I would like to work in those countries.
Okay, good. Good luck with that.
Thank you very much.
Besides the writing, what else do you like to do in your spare time?
So in my spare time, growing up, I used to do a lot of things. Right. At some point, I used to do beadwork and sell them to tourists in Johannesburg. I also did sewing. I was a tailor at some point.
Oh, wow.
Selling traditional clothes, especially shirts.
Are you good?
Yeah. I used to have a lot of customers.
Why don't you keep that up?
So I felt like I was drifting, right? Yeah. Starting this and then go and start that. I felt like I had so many things to do. So when you grow up, I think it's good to narrow down your hobbies.
That's something I really envy, though, that you can tailor, because it's something that I really wish I understood.
You understood? Right.
Because I think it's such a cool ability to be able to make your own clothes?
Yeah, I used to make my own clothes. I do have some shirts that I still wear up to this day. That I used to like many years back. Yeah, maybe like 5 years or 4 years back. Yeah, so the skill is something that I can use later on when I relocate to South Africa.
Yeah.
All right, beadwork, it takes a lot of time. I wouldn't do that. Yeah. Some of my hobbies are making music, but that is not something that I still want to pursue. Right. So I've cut down my hobbies. Mainly, I am focusing on writing and producing content online.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's one thing I'm focused in.
I've read one of your books and it was good.
Thank you. I even received the money.
Oh, really?
Recently, yeah, for the book.
Oh, okay.
No, it's not from you. It's from Amazon.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So they sent it to me. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Thank you very much for buying my book.
No, it was interesting to read more about your South African stuff. So like stories. Basically.
Yeah, I've published a few. I self-published one literary work I published through a university. Yeah, so I hope to keep on publishing in the future.
Yeah, because you've got some dark stories as well that you shared now, and that's why it surprised me why you haven't written these stories down.
Yeah, maybe one day I will. I think people would be interested in reading those stories, or even hearing them. I can even do an audiobook, right? Yeah, I will look into it.
Yeah,
I will look.
It's difficult to write a book as well. I've attempted it many times, but never actually gone through all
especially
the way.
A novel.
Yeah.
You need years and years. People spend years and years.
You need to be in the correct headspace as well.
Yeah, and also if you have work, then it becomes difficult.
Yeah, you need to be in the right mental state, or not the right mental state if that's the book you're going for, and with space.
You need space, time, and focus.
And everything. Yeah.
But if you are doing so many things, then it becomes hard. Like I was saying, I used to do different things, right? Creating, designing, beadwork. But now I just want to focus on one thing. Yeah, I think I had my chance to explore different things, but focusing on writing and creating content, I think.
Your content is mainly centered around football.
Yeah, so I do football content and also teaching online. Yeah, I do teach online.
But you no longer do the music?
The music I still generate it because nowadays I use AI, right? But back in the days I used to use I used Fruity Loops. So I would create a beat from scratch. But nowadays it's much easier using AI.
Okay.
Yeah, so I still do that, but I wanna put a stop on that. Right? I'll just use the music that I've made in my videos, the ones that I used to teach or create football content. Yeah, I'm trying to cut down on so many things. I don't want to start different things and never get to finish them. Yeah, I think drifting is an evil thing.
But I think it's good to do a lot of things and stick with what you're good at.
Yeah,
so like
what you're good at.
Attempted things like guitar lessons in the past. I've taken Spanish lessons as well, and anything that I wasn't good at, like I either get bored of or I think, okay, this isn't for me.
I think it's a good thing.
And move on to something I am good at and stick with that.
Yeah, but at some point, I think you will need to choose one thing. Not one thing, but just a few. But it depends, right? From person to person. I struggle with multitasking.
Oh, okay.
So that's something that I struggle with. That's why I've tried to cut down. Yes, I can do this, I can do that, but focus on one thing and see what happens. Yeah.
Okay. And at the moment, your focus is on the content.
Yeah, content and also writing.
Okay. Good.
It's the same thing, right?
Yeah.
Producing it, writing and producing.
And how are you looking to further the content?
Upscale it.
Yeah.
It will depend on how people receive it. All right. And also I would like to write a book and publish it through an established institution, not just self-publish it. Yeah, so I think that would be a very good breakthrough for me.
Okay. Good luck with that.
Yeah, thank you.
Wow.
Thank you.
Just to go back to South Africa, can I ask you, like, for someone who's never been there, what places would you most recommend?
For a European like you, I would suggest Cape Town. Cape Town, the Western Cape.
I only know Cape Town and Johannesburg.
Yeah, it's
My knowledge of South Africa is
it's
quite
dangerous. It's dangerous, and at some point it was the murder capital of the world.
I think I read about that.
Yeah, yeah, it's dangerous, but for a European, I think that's the best place to. Sorry, the best place for you because the climate, the landscape, it's similar to Europe. Even the culture. Yeah, we do have. So it's divided. Cape Town is divided. We have the wealthy people and the poor people. People staying in shacks, the squatter camps, right? But we have some nice places where rich people stay. So I think Cape Town would be a good place for you. Would you like to go to informal settlement?
What would I
Like
like there?
just to visit?
If it's safe enough.
So safe.
Yeah.
For a person like you will either lose two things. It's either you lose your life or you lose your possessions. I'm telling you, like, they will see that no, you don't know this area. Yeah, so you will lose either of the two things, your life or your possessions. Yeah, but we do really have some good places in Cape Town. Even in every way, in each and every province, we have the poor places where there's a lot of crime and urban places. I wouldn't say urban, but the more posh and upscale places where crime is limited, policing is very visible than in towns or inner cities. Yeah, so Cape Town, you need to visit the Table Mountains.
Okay.
And also the Cape of Good Hope. That's where the British settled when they first came to South Africa. And then you need to go where? Mpumalanga, the Kruger National Park.
Okay.
Yeah, we have a lot of wild animals that side. So I think it would be a good experience for you. Johannesburg, I wouldn't suggest Johannesburg. It's a very small province, and most of it is urban areas, and there's a lot of crime now. Don't go to Johannesburg. Yeah, my province, Limpopo, you can visit Limpopo. We have a lot of sacred places. Like we have a place where where there is a breathing stone, a stone that breathes. Yeah.
Okay.
We also have a place where you have fire burning in the middle of a lake.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I think you would enjoy that.
Just like a continuous fire.
Yeah, a continuous fire.
Oh.
Yeah. We also have a place where a lake where at night you can hear music playing from inside the water.
Oh.
Yeah. So I think that would be.
Where does the music come from though? Like
no, it's traditional music playing under the water. Yeah.
Who's playing it?
Ancestors.
Oh, wow.
Ancestors, yeah, or whoever, yeah. So you would enjoy such places. I think you would find them fascinating.
Okay. South Africa is quite tourist heavy.
It is. We also have colonial buildings, old colonial buildings, like or infrastructure, such as the Robben Island. Yeah, where Nelson Mandela was kept there for 27 years and other political prisoners. So you would travel on boat from mainland South Africa to Robben Island just to see where Nelson Mandela used to stay.
Okay. That's now a tourist.
Yeah, it's a landmark.
Kind of,
Yeah.
Alcatraz.
Yeah. It's a tourist destination for our history, colonial history, and also apartheid history.
Apartheid. I might be a bit clueless about this, but is it like what segregation was in the USA?
It is, in simple words.
There were
that's the
separation.
It's a policy where
different facilities you were allowed to use.
Yeah, it's a policy implemented to separate blacks from white people. For example, at parks you had benches for white only, right? Toilets for white only. Okay. Areas within the city or province, black and white.
How long was this for?
With numbers, I think I will be wrong, but it lasted for about 20-something years. But I need to check the numbers.
This was how many years ago? About 50 years ago? Or longer?
About 40 years ago. Yeah, because it ended around 1990.
Wow.
Yeah.
So it's quite recent. I mean, it was during my lifetime.
Yeah,
It's pretty crazy.
it's recent. We can say it's
Yeah.
recent.
I mean, segregation ended in the States, I think, in the 60s, around mid-60s. So even 30 years after that, it was still happening.
Yeah. It's quite recent, and we still suffer from what we went through as black people in South Africa. I wouldn't say the policy ended, right? But there is still inequalities. For example, blacks are the majority in South Africa. Our number is about the percentage, 80 something percent, right? But we own less of the land, and we participate a little in the economy of South Africa. Most of it is owned by the children of the colonizers.
Oh.
All right. Yeah, so we own a little of the land, and we contribute a little in the economy. So most of the companies in South Africa, they are owned by children of colonizers. Yeah, so the inequality in South Africa is very, very high.
Is it the same socially?
Yeah, so
Or there's more mixing?
in South
friends?
Africa, we experience two types of racism, okay, which is economic and also social. But social racism, I think nowadays is declining. The children of blacks and the children of whites, they play together, they go to concerts together, they go to the same schools, right? Because we now have a growing middle class, or an established black middle class. So socially, the racism has declined, but economically, it's something that you cannot change. Yeah, because it's policies that were implemented even before independence. Okay, where white people own 70% of the land, and then they are active in the economy, like they contribute about 80%. They own capital in the economy.
Okay. And just going to work, it's normal to see whites and blacks working together. And,
To work, yes.
or there's certain jobs
So-
you can apply for.
In South Africa, we have the private sector and the public sector. In most public sector offices, you will see more of black people. You will see white people in the management, CEO, in the executive positions. You also see Indians, which is surprising. I think Indians are they are a very striving population group. I have to give that to them. Yeah, they know a lot of mathematics and science. They do very well
Yeah.
in those subjects. So they are smart, and they get to climb up the positions. And you will also find a lot of white people in private sectors. So they own the businesses. They own the capital. That's why a large portion of the economy is in the hands of white people. Yeah.
Okay. Wow. And you said it was during the 90s that it started or ended?
No, ended. Yeah,
But you were
the 90s. I
alive
was born
or
in
something?
1992. So
You experienced some of
yes,
it growing up?
so the discussions, they started in 89, right? Discussions of giving back the power to the black people, or having equality, right? They started around 1989, and then we got to vote in 1994. So when I was born, we were still in the process, the discussions.
But by the time you went to school and stuff.
Yeah. By the time we went to school, yeah, we had what we call freedom. But there's no freedom if you do not own the capital. Yeah. Yeah, but we were past that. We had a black president, which is Nelson Mandela, by the time I went to school.
Okay. Yeah.
But as I said, we still suffer what happened to us back then. So there's a ripple effect of that, even though I didn't live in those times. But we still have policies, rules. For example, in tertiary education, we have some of the best universities in South Africa, which I can name: Cape Town, University of Cape Town, Wits University. They still have a lot of inequality in those universities. And one, I think, Rhodes University, they used to have Afrikaans as a language of learning, right? But such things are in the process of changing. imagine after 30 something years, it's only now that we are getting into the discussions of changing such things. So in a country where you have 11 official languages, why do we use the minority language as a language of learning, which is Afrikaans?
Yeah.
So it's not fair. It's unequal.
Yeah, sounds it. I hope it. Well, I hope it gets better.
Yeah,
we can only hope getting there.
We can only hope.
Like these things take time, but hopefully, like in your
they
lifetime,
do.
it'll be.
But they shouldn't. They shouldn't. But for some reason, they do.
Yeah. But that still makes you want to go back to South Africa one day. And
Of course, that's my home. That's my home. Like I've told you about the crime, inequality, and racism. But that's my country. I have to live in that country.
I complain all the time about how expensive things are in England.
In England,
I know
yeah.
at some point I'm going to go back there because it is home.
Do we really have a choice though to stay in other? If I had a choice, I would stay in Bali forever. I think.
Really?
Yeah. I think I would stay here forever. But do we have a choice? I mean, for people that look like me, do I have a choice? I don't think I have a choice.
I think if you can always have a job here and just keep extending the visa.
It's not
Or meet
guaranteed.
someone and get a marriage visa. Or whatever that works. But like,
Yeah, you're right. But
you can, I'm sure.
yeah, but I don't think I would want to do that. Yeah, I just have to go and fight in my own country. Yeah, like in my country, South Africa, we have xenophobia. Do you know what xenophobia is?
Fear of foreigners, right?
Yeah, foreigners, especially black foreigners from other countries. South Africa is one of the last economic hub of Africa. So everyone comes to South Africa to look for better work, living conditions, and all. Even people from Asia, like I was saying, we had the biggest Indian population outside of India in South Africa. So in South Africa, we have so many cultures, people from all over the world, even East Europeans. We do have them in South Africa. So it wouldn't be right for me to go to another country, whereas we have a problem of xenophobia in South Africa, where my own people hate other African people and they want them to leave the country. I do not support that. I think it's wrong. As Africans, we are one people. Why don't you chase away white people? Yeah, because they are also settlers, right? Why don't you do that? You decide to pick on the black people. Yeah, it's not right. That's why sometimes I feel a bit of shame working in a foreign country.
No, I don't think you should. Nowadays, especially with so many online workers and such, like people call anywhere home, nomad visas and such. Like,
but sometimes you just feel you see people struggling in a particular country, earning low wages and all that. Yeah, you have the skill, right? That's why you are here.
I've met plenty of teachers as well who have ended up in a country for 20 years.
For 20 years,
raising families.
It's a nice thing.
It just happens gradually. They don't move somewhere with that plan, but next thing you know, they've got kids, families, they're sending their kids to school, and it happens. So like,
I understand.
You shouldn't feel like you should go back because I don't know what you said.
Yeah, and in my country, everyone is allowed in South Africa. Like I was saying, Asians, Africans, anyone who comes to South Africa, most of them they strive because they come to South Africa with a plan, and mainly is to start a business. The regulations are relaxed, so they strive. Yeah, maybe you're right. Maybe I shouldn't feel that way.
I think like you'd strive very well in East Asia. So you mentioned Taiwan and China before, South Korea. They're very hardworking.
Very hardworking.
People with multi abilities as well. So like you've got a lot of talent with music, tailoring, writing. So it's like it's a place where you'll strive, I think.
We have some South Africans who work that side, right? They have started businesses of importing, export. Exporting fabric to South Africa from China, all right, and all these iPhones, digital products. That's something that I would like to do when I'm that side. Yeah, so it's more about business minded.
Yeah. I'm sure you can do it as well.
Yeah, for sure.
History. So like,
I can do it, especially fabric. I know I was once a tailor, so I would know what South Africans need, what kind of fabric.
Yeah. Okay, good. good luck with all of that. And
Oh,
I hope
thank you.
you get to work in Taiwan and
I hope so.
South Korea. And
It would be a very good
So it would be-
experience.
yeah. Anything else you want to add?
Nothing from me. That's all.
Okay.
I hope it wasn't too depressing. Talking about colonialism, apartheid.
Well, it's good to
Yeah.
learn more about it from
All
someone who's
right.
lived it. I've only ever heard about it like on certain movies and such, so it's interesting to learn more about that. And I'd say I was most surprised by the the rituals.
Oh, sure.
kind of
Sacrifice.
scared
Yeah,
me for a bit.
it does happen. It does. I have someone close to me who escaped that situation. Yeah.
Yeah,
They wanted to.
they were targeted because they were bold, or
I don't know. It was
Albino.
neighbors, his neighbors.
ah,
We later got to know who wanted to off him.
oh right,
Yeah.
Okay.
But he just slipped. Like, they almost got him at night.
yeah,
Yeah, so thankfully nothing happened.
Yeah.
It was going to be trauma.
yeah.
Imagine finding your loved one cut into pieces, yeah. And they are missing their genitals. That's traumatic.
yeah.
It is traumatic.
Yeah, that shocked me the most about
Culture shock.
what I've learned today. So like, yeah. Okay, and I hope I get to see South Africa one day as well. You make it sound like an interesting place, even
Yeah,
though there's
man.
a lot of
Once I'm
problems
done
that
with
need
my
fixing,
with
but,
my
like,
things and I've put my things in order, you should come through. You should come through.
Yeah. Okay. Good luck with the content and the future writing, and everything goes well.
Thank you very
anytime you
much.
write another book, I'll be happy to read it as well.
Oh,
So-
okay. Thank you very much. Thank you for having me.
Okay. Yeah. No problem at all. Okay. Bye bye, everyone. Thank you for listening.